Good morning, guys. Okay, so are we ready for lesson 23? Yes. Welcome to Almost New Year. What's up? Is there 30 or 31 days? I'm not sure. Let's see. Lesson 23 in the Miracles book. I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. The idea for today contains the only way out of fear that will ever succeed. Nothing else will work. Everything else is meaningless. Oh, that's really good. The idea for today contains the only way out of fear that will work. They will succeed. Nothing else will work. Everything else is meaningless. But this way cannot fail. I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. Every thought you have makes up some segment of the world you see. It is with your thoughts, then, that we must work. If your perception of the world is to be changed, that is. Just want to give to my dear sweet sister Moon, thank you for the sun that you gave me back there. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love it. If the cause of the world you see is attack thoughts, you must learn that it is these thoughts which you do not want. There is no point in lamenting the world. There is no point in trying to change the world. It is incapable of change because it is merely an effect. But there is indeed a point in changing your thoughts about the world. Here you are changing the cause. The effect will change automatically. The world you see is a vengeful world, and everything in it is a symbol of vengeance. And if you didn't catch last lesson 22 video, please go back and check that out. Each of the perception of external reality, quote unquote, is a pictorial representation of your own attack thoughts. One can well ask if this can be called seeing. Is not fantasy a better word for such a process, and hallucination a more appropriate term for the results? So where's your vision? What are you seeing? You see the world that you have made, but you do not see yourself as the image maker. You cannot be saved from the world, but you can escape from its cause. This is what salvation means. For where is the world you see when its cause is gone? Question mark. I'll repeat that one. This is what salvation means. For where is the world you see when its cause is gone? So what effect are you having? What's your cause in things? What's your vision? Vision already holds a replacement for everything you think you see now. Vision already holds a replacement for everything you think you see now. Loveliness can light your images, and so transform them. You will love them, even though they were made of hate. For you will not be making them alone. I had a bit of an experience a couple of nights ago where I was reactive because I felt I had not enough time to understand where the situation was. Well, that was all outside of me. The situation lies within me. And so within a couple of hours after that, I was like, what do I wish to see here? How do I see the situation and the participants in it? And it was loving. So I found a picture and I played with it in one of my apps, made it into a cartoon. And I think I'm going to use the one I made of myself after that as the header for this one. But it became a complete shift. My gut went from being really stiff and heavy to just the taking the time to create art out of something I loved and love. It was like the whole effect that I was causing just vanished, and the situation hadn't changed, but my point of view had, to where everything was okay. And I carried that emotion into today even. And it's like, stay in gratitude, Jeanette. Just stay in love. By choosing to feel in a loving place and remain there. Now that can be resisted upon due to circumstances, but then again, it's my choice whether to make those circumstances my own problem or not. And of course, we must learn to create non-reactive situations by not feeding those reactions. Even if you do initially have them, you just have to back up and go, that doesn't feel good. I don't want to live there. So, and by live there, I mean stay in that space of non-love and non-freedom and non-sense of ease. And that is nobody's responsibility, or no one's truly able to cause that effect onto my world unless I allow it or choose to presume that that's how things are. And so assumptions, back to the 4 agreements, goes back to that assumption. Hey, assumptions, don't make an ass of me. Let's back up and chill out, right? Jeanette told herself. But back to this. This is what salvation means. For where is the world you see when its cause it's gone, when that attack vision is gone? Vision already holds a replacement for everything you think you see now. Loveliness can light your images and so transform them that you will love them even though they were made of hate, for you will not be making them alone. The idea for today introduces the thought that you are not trapped in the world you see, because you're not. None of us are. Because its cause can be changed. This change requires first that the cause be identified and then let go, so that it can be replaced. The first 2 steps in this process requires your cooperation. This first 2 steps requires your cooperation. So don't put it on the other person. Put it on yourself. Those first 2 steps are yours. The first 2 steps in this process require your cooperation. The final one does not. There's that release, and it is just different. Your image has already been replaced. By taking the first 2 steps, you will see that this is so. Besides using it throughout the day as the need arises, 5 practice periods are required by applying today's idea. As you look about you, repeat the idea slowly to yourself first. I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. As you look about you, repeat the idea slowly to yourself first, and then close your eyes and devote about a minute to searching your mind for as many attack thoughts as occur to you. As each one crosses your mind, say, I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about blank. I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about blank. I can escape the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about. Hold each attack thought in mind as you say this, and then dismiss that thought and go on to the next. In the practice periods, be sure to include both your thoughts of attacking and being attacked. They're but thoughts. Have that mirror be faced to you. Look at that image and then create a better one. Their effects are exactly the same because they're exactly the same. Whether you're being attacked or you think you're being attacked or you're attacking another. Their effects are exactly the same because they are exactly the same. You do not recognize this as yet, and you are asked at this time only to treat them as the same in today's practice period. Just for today, don't get defensive. Just allow them both to be the same, just for these 5 practice periods, for 1 minute each. We are still at the stage of identifying the cause of the world you see. When you finally learn that thoughts of attack and of being attacked are not different, you will be ready to let go of the cause. Now, back to the Hope Book. The word of the day is honor. Honor. Who sows virtue reaps honor. Who sows virtue reaps honor. Who sows virtue reaps honor. That is the great Leonardo da Vinci. When you sow virtue in your world, the entire universe benefits. When you sow virtue in your world, the entire universe benefits. Your bringing goodness into any situation is honorable. That's beautiful. Da Vinci was a wise creative who brought much good and virtue into the world. All of his inventions were not just incredibly beautiful and spectacular, they were also useful. I think that's why she said that. His legacy continues today because of his virtue and desire to allow his creative vision to come alive. Do you think he was planning to create a lasting legacy? ? Or do you think he was just following his vision and the legacy was born out of his commitment to his calling? That is gorgeous. I've heard people speak of legacy and leaving a legacy behind, but I've never heard it stated so gorgeously. Do you think he was planning to create a lasting legacy, or do you think he was just following his vision and the legacy was born out of his commitment to his calling? Absolutely gorgeous. Da Vinci, like many others, honored their vision and inner spark of goodness. By allowing it to come through, everyone is blessed that the legacy is born and remains alive. How are you honoring your goodness? How are you honoring your virtue? Are you sowing goodness while honoring your gifts? While honoring your talents? What are you honoring about your contribution? What are you honoring about your contribution? That's gorgeous. Allow your goodness to escape, to emerge, and share your talents. You are an original masterpiece. Start signing autographs. As someone that used to sign autographs as an actor on stage, that tickles me. It means that signing autographs is a whole nother thing. I won't even go into it. Yeah, but it is honoring, and it did feel good, and it seemed what an incredible gift that they even wanted my autograph. That's what it always felt like. I felt very honored every time. I was like, really? Okay. Thank you. Daily application. Today, honor all your contributions. Honoring all of your contributions. Make note of it. Write it down. Remember that smiling and gentle assistance and encouragement for others is contribution. Every prayer, blessing, and kind thought or word is a contribution to your own sense of well-being and inner peace. And I like to thank my sister. She knows who she is. I talked to her on a drive today, and she said all these type of things to me. She was an absolute blessing, an absolute encourager. And I thank her for helping my wellness and my inner being and helping me stay in peace. You're gorgeous, sister. Thank you. So your personal reflections for today is to honor all your contributions. Remember that smiling and gentle assistance and encouragement of others is a contribution, so be that contribution to others. Every prayer, blessing, and kind thought or word is a contribution to your own sense of well-being and inner peace, for by being within that space, living out of it, that's what you end up reflecting to the rest of the world and helps them encourage themselves to do the same back. Okay. Namaste. I love you guys. Till next time.